This is Moated Kids with your host, Cece Lee, featuring Joe and Heather.
Hey everybody, thanks for checking out our webcast. This month we have an update on a moated kid we featured back in July. You may remember Hunter Messer. He survived a liver transplant as a baby, cancer as a toddler, and kidney failure to go on and compete in the World Transplant Games. And while Hunter has been doing very well, we found out just a few weeks ago that something serious happened to him. So serious, he was featured on his local news. Here's the story.
The H1N1 virus is rearing its ugly head across the country and here in San Antonio. Most of the cases are being spotted in school-age children. Tonight we talked to one kid who's now recovering from the swine flu. Our Andy Cunningham is here now with his story. Andy.
Well, James, there's definitely a lot of concern surrounding the H1N1 virus, but for one local middle schooler, he's the perfect example. It's not the end of the world, especially for someone who's gone through much more than the average kid. He looks and plays like most 12-year-old boys.
You get 2 outs, Cal.
But Hunter Messer hasn't spent the last 12 years like the rest.
I've had a liver transplant. I've had cancer from my age of 3 to 6.
And last Wednesday, he started feeling sick, but doctors said it was just a sinus infection, which he's had countless times before. But then his symptoms got worse.
When I got to the nurse, they took my temperature, and it was 101.
His mother, Marcia Messer, again took her son to the doctor.
They didn't actually test it for the quote-unquote swine flu, but they said that all the strain A's are coming back positive for the H1N1.
Hunter spent 2 days in the hospital, not because the swine flu was getting the best of him, but as a precaution because of his suppressed immune system.
It wasn't as bad as everyone makes it out to be, and he in fact rebounded very quickly from this, even faster than he has before in a regular flu.
Hang upside down.
Already on the court with his brothers just 1 day out of the hospital. Shouldn't surprise you, a liver transplant recipient, Hunter also participates in the World Transplant Games.
The transplant games is just a new thing to meet people that are just like you and to have fun for a couple of weeks.
On and off the court, in and out of the hospital, this kid is impossible to keep down.
I mean, it's just life. It's fair, it's not fair.
If you've ever had a bad day, all you have to do is look at him, because he always sees the bright side of everything. And nothing is very hard to get that child down.
And of course, the best defense against the H1N1 virus, washing those hands and practicing good hygiene. And just to let you know, Hunter recently came back from the World Transplant Games in Australia, where he won a bronze medal in the bowling event.
How great is it? Hunter's big sport is swimming, yet he won a medal in bowling. What can we say? The kid is multi-talented. Don't forget, if you want to be featured in a future Moated Kids webcast, send us an email or click on Moda Movement and become a VIP member. See you next month, and until then, stay moated.